Hello, this is not a spring chick. And you notice I'm standing next to the rocking chair? You really think I'm going to sit in there? Because I think there's a leg problem. Are you enjoying yourself?
Well, I'd enjoy it more if you actually gave me a chair that didn't have a broken leg on it.
That's why he's rocking so much in this rocking chair.
Okay.
So Oldecam, let's see. For comments on the headlines of today, explosions at Bangladesh hotel injure 30, set 2 floors on fire.
That's how they handle, elections in Muslim countries.
Tropical storm Arthur soaks Yucatan Peninsula, loses steam.
Yeah, well, then they lose steam when they hit land. It's historic.
Criminal investigation launched in deadly New York City crane collapse.
Well, they should never have gotten to that point.
Canoeists find small plane missing since 1984 in Texas Lake.
I mean, that's how much the water is retracted in the lake that they could find something that's been buried so deep that no one could find it before.
Trinity United Church of Christ moves on after Obama exit.
That's because, as they did say yesterday, that everyone knows he just did it for political purposes and that he'll be back with the church after he becomes president.
Rising gas prices force consumers to skip bills and buy less fuel.
Actually, that doesn't make sense. You skip bills and buy less fuel. What are you doing with the money?
Well, maybe that was the problem in the first place. There wasn't enough.
Well, but if you're not paying the bills, you're not paying gas, the money's going somewhere.
Food?
No, that's a bill.
Clinton wins Puerto Rico, but Obama gains delegates.
That's right. Because it's just the Democratic thing is ridiculous. They give them out, like Hillary just kicked the butt of Obama again, and she picked up like a couple of more delegates than Obama did.
Makes you wonder. Legendary designer Yves Saint Laurent dies at 71.
I've got some clothes by the firm. They were nice looking. Well, I mean, I've given them to my relatives. Gave them to me for my, birthdays, Christmas, things like that.
Fire at Universal Studios destroys sets and videos.
Oh yeah, I mean, for God knows why they would have a film vault in the middle of a set. That's ridiculous. They're generally hidden somewhere.
Clinton ponders next move in marathon race.
Well, yeah, because they're demanding she get out, and to enforce her getting out, they spread a bunch of gossip about Bill Clinton in the Vanity Fair today.
McClellan, Bush should have fired Rove.
And there's a lot of people have said, including people on the left, that if anything in McClellan's book was true, George Bush would be on the carpet right now.
So is this like that book that was on Oprah where they should call it fiction instead of nonfiction?
That's right.
Australia ends Iraq combat operations.
Yeah, and they added more troops. So you figure that one out. They listed them under a different organization, but kept more in.
Interesting. Study, kids' cancer rates highest in the Northeast.
Yeah, that's where the industrial pollution is, I think.
Is that what it's linked to?
I would think so.
Robotic arm of Mars spacecraft leaves footprint.
Yeah, but it's not working.
Over the top, MTV Awards have smoke and no fire.
Well, that's because just a few hundred yards away they could see the Universal, fire going on, and and it's for other things. They did a few naughty things in the awards that they were told not to do, but because they think that there's going to be a Democratic president, Democratic Congress, they now will have a loosening up of the laws in broadcasting. Not going to happen. It was the Democrats who put most of those laws in place.
Drivers putting less gas in tank, then running out.
That's because there's a $75 limit on what credit card companies will reimburse if you don't pay your bill. And a lot of people are putting gas in 20-gallon tanks and not realizing it's not a full tank, and they don't look at the gas gauge and they run out of gas now.
Shuttle astronauts perform cursory wing inspection.
Yeah, that's because they don't want it to blow up.
Minnesota mom fights church ban on her autistic son.
Oh yeah, the problem is that the churches can basically decide who they want to come, and if a child is disruptive to their services, they can't ban them.
Home from Iraq, where a Marine fatally wounded.
Yeah, a Marine got killed in a robbery.
Oh, that's horrible.
That's what that's what they think of soldiers in this country, that they're easy targets to.
Hmm. Bush moles making Pearl Harbor a national monument.
Unless I'm wrong, I always thought it was.
So did I.
I mean, I have been there dozens of times, and I could have sworn it was a national monument.
Oil prices steady above $127 a barrel in Asia.
But gas prices continue to rise because basically it has nothing to do with the price per barrel. Right now, it has the price per barrel that they know the Chinese and the Indians are willing to pay, and it's $200 a barrel.
Booksellers talk big and act quietly at convention.
Yeah, I didn't even realize it was going on this weekend. They said there's no book with a bang, so no one has really, got anything to get excited about.
But that was supposed to be a huge book fair. Someone had told me it was like the largest book fair in.
Yep, I think they got
in the U.S. or something.
270,000 books, titles available, but there's nothing to excite anybody.
Oh, that's kind of disappointing. Not even a Harry Potter.
The book doesn't even excite anybody.
Germany to push G8 on food price plans.
It's not going to happen.
U.S. Treasury chief, no quick fix on oil.
Because the government has no control over it. Actually, the government does have complete control over it. If they'd have let new refineries be built, if they'd allowed the oil to be tapped where they know it has, we wouldn't have this problem now. That is the government's problem. They did cause it all.
Woman falls through trail into hot water at Yellowstone.
Yeah, it's called Don't Get Off the Trail. She obviously got a little off it one way or the other, and she paid the price.
Americans made 41 million fewer air trips, more than 1/4 said they skipped at least one air trip in the past 12 months because of the hassles involved.
Yeah, and that comes from the airline industry. They know that people are stopping flying because they don't like the problems they've got, and so they're causing more problems. Total contempt for passengers.
Fox News worker sues over bed bugs in office?
I don't know how you can get bed bugs in an office, but they managed to dig them up somehow. They bit some of the people working there. But Fox doesn't own the place. Fox rents.
How do you sue them over? I guess you can sue over about anything, but...
Yeah, litigation.
To be sure, Saturday is now the lowest rated night on network TV.
Well, they don't program on Saturdays. You used to have all kinds of shows on Saturdays, and then they started cheaping out, and when they cheaped out, people went elsewhere.
Some say the fight for the nomination should not go on if Obama reaches the new magic number of delegates.
Well, yeah, because first of all, the super delegates should have nothing to do with it. If you do it by just delegates alone that Hillary and Obama have won, there should be a battle on the convention floor. And the super delegates are there so that they can give the presumption that they are a unified party. And it's disunified it.
Yeah, okay.
It's called, the best laid plans often go astray.
Senate debate on a proposal to impose pollution regulations is likely to center on the financial stakes.
Oh yeah, they're gonna put. Okay, Obama wants truckers to buy brand new trucks with better miles per gallon. Of course, they can't afford the trucks they're currently in, which means they can't afford the new ones that he wants them to buy.
General backing Obama in campaign. McCain weak on security. Obama stronger.
I'm amazed at how a man that's been in the Senate for 2 years is supposedly the stronger of the two people on national security, of which he knows very little or nothing about.
Okay, go figure on that one. Plenty of soul searching at Obama's former church.
Yeah, they're trying to see what they can say can get away with now and apologize the next day over.
A Monty Bubbleism from the Mark Twain of the Animal Kingdom.
But if you never try, you never actually